What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? Well, we are here to start our new exciting, at least to us, project where we are going to be plotting, outlining, brainstorming, and world building a project together with you guys. So we are only starting off with the word speculative, and we are going to, with your help, figure out what to make of the speculative thing, and then write it. Aaron is asking if speculative as the genre or as the theme. We're thinking genre, right?
Basically, we just have the word and help us figure it out. But since we're going to do world building, we need something that needs to be world built.
Huh. But we're basically going to have you throw things at us, and then we will pick what we like and what we both like, and then run with that and eventually turn it into a story.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So I guess we're going to get started then. I'm going to pull up, I'm actually sharing my screen, so we're doing this. Well, to start us off, I guess we should just ask you guys to throw out any and all things that you like about speculative.
With this, we began to brainstorm and spent about 45 minutes coming up with a story that was intriguing, but we ended up deciding that we weren't as excited about it as we wished we would be. That happens sometimes, and it's fine, but you'll have to go watch that part of the live stream if you want to see it, because I decided not to waste your time with that here. So let's skip ahead a little bit.
Ignore everything we just said. Blank page. New bullet points. Speculative, huh?
And Avi said that maybe we should think about characters.
We should have characters?
Probably.
Or should we brainstorm another version of like another speculative story version, plot, thing? Ice cream. Yay.
I don't know. What would you rather do?
I think it's difficult to come up with characters before I know the plot. Says the pantser. Like, I either come up with a character, I'm like, oh, this character is a princess in a tower, and then like, okay, how did they get there and how did they get away? Or this plot, oh, we need a space pirates, and then we build the space pirates. I'm bad at just coming up with characters, and then I don't know. Okay, but if we then try to brainstorm something completely unrelated to everything we've said for the past 45 minutes.
Aaron says pirates.
Pirates! Exclamation. I did say mermaids, I think. I assume that we need boats.
Probably.
Or ships. This is how I do when I try to like brainstorm on my own. I'm like, yes, pirates and mermaids. Water. Boats!
I think Alex has read your siren story.
Yeah, that's entirely that plot. Yep. But sure, mermaid hidden on a ship as a pirate. I mean, to be fair, that was what?
Pirate mermaids who have underwater ships and attack normal ships.
Do they have submarines?
No.
I mean, if we're throwing things out there, if I take anything from my siren story, they could control. They were water, basically.
Mm-hmm.
The sirens were made of water, and then they could, in one version, also control water. They could control the weather. They could make it rain. They could make hurricanes, and so on. Yes, Aaron, play on the women are bad luck on ships where mermaids don't attack ships with women on board. I like it. Mermaids and pirates team up to defeat common enemies. And what are some common enemies that they would have then? Kraken. Fish.
Chickens.
You know, the Royal Navy or something.
Yeah.
Navy. It's not royal, but it's Navy.
The Navy.
Pollution, I was going to say, but I don't know how much pirates care about pollution.
I mean, it depends what kind of pirates they are.
Yeah. The Navy / sailors. Pollution. Mermaid versus pirate war.
Yeah.
They're fighting over fishing, or some way the rich people are ruining the oceans for resources.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a bit like pollution then.
I think just yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
I saw on Twitter a video that showed, it was a blue whale, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, scientists, I assume, had tagged a blue whale and tracked where it went.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a map, and you saw where the blue whale was, and you saw where all of the ships went on the sea as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see the whale just trying to get away from the ships and trying to navigate, and the ships being in the way, which is horrible in its own way. But like something like that, where new trading routes or something are going over mermaid waters or something.
AV, I think, was suggested Prince and Princess, which I'm always on board for Prince and Princess. And we also talked about the Navy, possibly the Royal Navy. Now I have like 3 sides to this, 4 sides potentially. We have the pirates who team up with the mermaids, and then we have some royal person who controls the Navy and makes decisions and trade agreements, who is part of the problem, but they're also part of the solution for their own people because they need this trade route to work. And now I'm like mermaids and pirates and princes and princesses. That's what I'm going with. What do you think? Do you like it?
I do, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the mermaids have to team up with the pirates because you can't go on land.
Violet said trying to keep normal people out of the ocean. The pirates are not normal, they're magic.
Ooh.
My brain went with that, and we're like, what if pirates are actually a different, like they're not human, or they're a different kind of human, maybe with magic, or maybe like something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like the reason they're called pirates is not really because they are pirates and are stealing and murdering and all that, but because they live on the sea and have their territory on the sea, like humans have their territory on land. And like humans, there's a conflict there.
With the trading routes, for example, that the pirates and the mermaids feel like this is our territory.
Yeah, for example.
Extra gutsy pirates try to steal some sort of magic relic from the mermaids. Have all of you read my siren story? Because that's basically the plot as well. The mermaids decide to team up with the pirates because they attack trade ships and assume they were on the mermaids' side because they don't understand why pirates. Pirates. What if the mermaids are magic and can take human form? AV, have you read my siren story?
The pirates can be half a part mermaids.
Okay, bye-bye.
No.
I mean, I can take it in a good way that it sounds like an interesting idea, right?
Yes,
right?
yes.
You want to read this book, right?
Yes.
But I've given up on it, right?
No.
Like human plus magic mermaid equals partially magic pirates. Or are they called pirates because the humans are trying to vilify them?
I think that was from my pirates are not human, a different kind. And humans call them pirates because pirates are bad. But they're not actual pirates.
Humans call pirates.
Even though pirates are not actually pirates.
What are they then? Mermaids?
No, that was in the case that they were a different, either a magic kind of human or a different species altogether that live on the sea. And humans don't like them.
And just call them pirates.
Yes.
Because pirate is a dirty word.
Yes. Okay, so now that we have a few ideas here, are you more excited about this idea than the previous idea? Yeah.
Are you excited about this idea?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then I think we're going with the shapeshifting mermaid pirate pilots, mermaids pilots.
But not space pirates. Pilots mean mermaid sirens.
Pirates equals sea wizards that cannot
control.
They cannot control themselves. They can control the weather, and so humans hate and fear them because they're hard to bully into doing what humans want, and they start a war against them. And the mermaids pitch in on the pirates' side. I like that.
Yeah.
Pirates can control weather on sea.
Yeah.
That's why they stay on the waters, and why humans don't like them. Humans don't like that they can't control them. Mermaids side with pirates. Theophis. Weather magic is complicated and it has to be done very carefully so as to not mess up the natural order of things, which can have really serious consequences. But humans don't care and want pirates to always make the best weather for sailing and stuff. That is a really good thing. Well, good, like, yes. What if the humans? What if there's a bounty on like the head sea wizard or mermaid or siren, whatever it is, that the king wants or something to control the weather, and then maybe they also want, if we do the other half human, half other creatures, they want the head fire, air, and earth one as well, to like defend their own borders, attack other neighboring kingdoms with fire, and get wind in their sails. I don't know.
In that case, we would be going with the mermaids and stuff being able to control things, and not the pirates.
Not the pirates, yeah. Don't want to upset the natural order. Humans don't care. Just want the benefits. Sounds like humans.
Yeah.
The pirates are reverse mermaids, fish side on top. Then I could see why the humans were a bit like othering them a little bit. Pirates in exile is a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm gonna write pirates in exile, and then I'm also gonna write the thing I said about the king. Let's just go with the king, and then we can change that. Wants to control all the elements.
You could go with the ruler or something to make
ruler. What was the word again? Not bad.
I will control all the elements.
That's a ruler. Okay. I was like, that's not an element. And then I got the funny. Okay. Too funny. The ruler wants to control all the elements. So there are, what was the word I couldn't think of again? Treaties. Bartering.
Bounties. Bounties
On top element controllers' heads. I really like that though.
Yeah.
And also if these control different elements, they could have already captured the earth mermaid. Yes, for like a better word. And that's why they have dominance on land.
Yeah.
I like that. Question there is also, because I'm thinking there has to be more than one kingdom, and I don't want it to just be the land versus the water. So are different kingdoms, is there like a race for each ruler to possess one of each of these four elements? Or is it actually a kingdom that treats their fire mermaids really well, and so that they willingly work for the ruler there and stuff? Pirates can be considered to control air, and the mermaids water. Weather is very air-like. That's true. And also, if pirates are on ships with sails, what if pirates control air? What if the humans don't really know what the pirates look like, since the sea never lets them get too close, or they are killed? So on the wanted posters are grotesque imaginings by artists. I like that.
Yeah.
I just can't get my notes right. And especially also then if the pirate mermaids, whatever we're doing here, if they can shapeshift, so we can actually have them up on land, see it like in human form, seeing these wanted posters and just be like, yeah. We could do a classic son/daughter of the ruler is more sensitive.
But are they extremely sensitive?
I had a fortune cookie once tell me that you are extremely sensitive, and I've been offended ever since. So I guess it was right. The son or daughter of the ruler is more sensible and grows to sympathize. Shut up. Sympathize with the sea wizards. Maybe they're captured somehow and learn their prejudices are wrong. Yes. Maybe captured. I would also start sympathizing if I was captured.
It's the Stockholm Syndrome.
Sounds very classic, Stockholm Syndrome. And the pirates got pushed off the land when they took over, and that's why they're on ships. Yes, I like that. Oh! The grotesque drawings, that's why they depicted missing limbs and stuff.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I also like Laura's, it's a little further down, but I'm going to read it anyway. Or they could transform into grotesque imaginings on certain occasions, to instill terror in the humans. Maybe when on mission to release their brethren for captivity. Yes. So like anytime they know they're going to be seen by humans, they transform themselves into something horrible, when in reality they're really cuddly and
Cuddly.
cute.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. Yes. But they can also shapeshift into whatever suits their needs. Then I imagine, because if they want to pass humans by unnoticed, then they could just look human, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. How much sailing can humans even do? Do they have any access to safely travel by ship? Maybe pirates were happy to let humans travel in the ocean until the humans tried to force them to do weather magic.
Yeah.
True.
Because that could be humans used to be allowed on the, as I interpret this, humans used to be allowed to be on the sea, but then they started wanting too much and wanting pirates and mermaids and stuff to help them, because pirates might still have magic that can also help, even if it's not elemental. And
they were banished, sort of.
The pirates and the mermaids decided that nope, you are no longer welcome on our oceans. And now the humans they have taken away our right to be on the ocean.
Yes. Are we still thinking ruler trying to control elementals? I like that idea.
Yeah.
And like, was that AV? I forget who suggests what, but someone suggested that the child of the ruler is more sensible and comes around and unites them. Yeah, and there can be nuance to the ruler wanting to control the elementals, like having a hostile neighbor or something.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we mean like a neighboring country, the guy who lives across the street. Or we can just have him be a bad guy. So the ruler with capital R, is trying to collect and control the elementals due to the feud with a neighboring country.